back to Check Out the Stat by your girl, Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby. Y'all, I know I'm having a Check Out the Stat Zoom episode. Hate to do it, but I've been booked and busy in the best ways possible, doing some traveling here and then. And I was like, no, this Sunday, we know is going down. There's two important games. Have to talk about it. So I have a special guest here today, Miles Johnson. You already know I've filmed plenty of videos with him before, but I had to get it in there. And then just so you guys kind of know what's upcoming, I will be at the Pro Bowl this year. I'll also be at Super Bowl and All-Star. So I have a lot of fun stuff cooking up. Can't wait to share it with you guys when it's ready. But before we can get into talking about these games, you guys, I have to give a shout out to our sponsor, Underdog. With Underdog, you can earn money by making picks on all of your favorite players. You can try the app in California, Texas, and New York, and the list goes on. If you want to play along, go download Underdog, use code STAT, S-T-A-T, and you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and get a free pick. So make sure you guys all sign up on Underdog today. Y'all know the name, y'all know the app. Make sure you downloaded it and put your picks in for this weekend. So let's get into our picks for Sunday. We know the Commanders will play the Eagles. Underdog has Jalen Hurts at 190.5 passing yards. So in his recent games, he's had 127, 131, 108. I don't really know exactly if Jalen Hurts is going to play to his full potential in this game. So I'm actually going to put him at under, lower. Then we got Saquon Barkley at 125.5 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley is a beast. He's been exceeding expectations each game. I'm going to go higher for over 125 rushing yards. And then Jaden Daniels is at 54.5 rushing yards. He's averaging about 52, so this is a little close here in the ballpark. I'm going to go higher. That's just how I'm feeling. So make sure you guys download the app, and you guys can make your picks too. Today, we are joined with Miles Johnson, a.k.a. Real Talk with MJ. Y'all know I had to get him on the show. MJ, how you feeling? How you doing?
Hey, look, so I had to bring my Saquon jersey. 2-6 on my front, Barkley on my back.
Rightfully so.
Hurts right behind me. NFC Chip Time, stop playing Super Bowl.
Rightfully so.
I'm ready.
Can't even lie to you. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. Steelers let me down. I even saw some of your picks. You thought that, they were going to potentially have a win. They did not do that, did not execute.
Yeah. I thought it would at least be close. I mean, last time you was on Real Talk, we had the Steelers-Eagles preview, and I don't think it was close.
Yeah, guys, I lost a bet. If you guys are not following Miles, make sure you guys go follow his socials.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I had to sing the little song. I dreaded it, but lost a bet. And that's why I'm done making bets, because every time I make a bet, that's just coincidentally the time I lose it. So I'm done. And I'm happy that you have a little celebration. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, which you should already know, Miles is a huge Eagles fan. He's an all sports fan, of course, but particularly he loves the Eagles. So I had to get him on for this week's show. So the first game that we're going to talk about is the Commanders versus Eagles. We're just kind of going to go over our predictions for what we think is going to happen. Of course, Miles is very insightful, so I'm going to let you go first. Commanders versus Eagles, who do you got winning? And don't be biased. Give me your real analysis.
Look, so y'all know I'm going Philly all the way. But the thing is, top to bottom, every position. Y'all might have heard Jason Kelce. Yeah, he's a former Eagles legend, first ballot Hall of Famer. But he wasn't lying. The Eagles at every position are better. The only position, if you want to say Jaden Daniels is playing better than Jalen Hurts right now, if you want to say he's playing better at the moment right now, that's cool. But who do I trust more in a game of this magnitude? I'm trusting Jalen freaking Hurts, who's already been here and done that. I mean, he's been to a bowl before. But you look at the wide receiving core, I'm giving the Eagles that. Tight end, giving the Eagles that. Shout out Zach Ertz though. He is the reason why when I was in high school, I got to go to a Eagles parade my junior year. He definitely snapped out in that Super Bowl against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So still my guy, but he's the enemy this week in Zach Ertz. Running back, landslide. Landslide. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, Austin Eckler, old Brian Robinson Jr. can't hold a ball to save his life. So that's what that is there. Offensive line. Here's my one concern about the Eagles offensive line real quick. And this is me being objective. Our starting center, Cam Jurgens, he was the heir to Jason Kelsey. And he's been phenomenal. He's a Pro Bowler, I believe a top 5, top 6 center in the league right now. He's been out of practice, and then he was in practice today on Friday, and they said that he's questionable. So if he doesn't play the game, that means our starting guard, Landon Dickerson, would be in as center, and they would bring in this guy, Tyler Steen, off the bench. And so that's something to monitor for sure. And on defense, I mean, from Zach Bond, like Treasure, we got a guy. He was on the Saints last year, Zach Bond. He only played special teams. He comes to Philly on a 1-year deal, $3.5 million. He became a Pro Bowler and a first-team All-Pro linebacker. He's been amazing. Zach Bond, he's gonna get paid. The Eagles better retain him. Got that there. I haven't mentioned Jalen Carter. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he literally saved our season. When you talk about how against the Rams and you had Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua going crazy, marching up and down the field. And if you watch the film, I believe it was like a wide open Taylor Higbee down the middle.
Yeah.
But Jalen Carter did a little swipe move, sacked Stafford, and that saved the game, saved the season. It saved some legacies right there. I mean, you talk about Hurts and Sirianni and Kellen Moore and a bunch of guys would have taken a big hit if the Eagles lost that game. So what about Quinyon Mitchell? He was injured last game. He's back. Darius Slay, Cooper DeJean, them exciting whites is something different. Shout out to them white cornerbacks. And so I think top to bottom, like the Eagles really are a class above the Commanders. And the only way the Eagles lose this game is if they turn over the ball. That's the only way. Because that's how the Lions lost. You have Jared Goff show y'all who I've been saying he is, a regular season quarterback, and he ended up folding in the biggest moment of this season. So I don't believe Hurts will do that. He's been having mistake-free, turnover-free football. And I like Saquon Barkley, who has been torching the Commanders all season, to have another monster day. So this is why we paid Saquon. This is why we got these guys on defense for this moment. I like the Eagles to win comfortably, and I respect Jaden Daniels. I respect him having the best rookie season of all time. But come on, I mean, it's levels to this.
Okay. So I love this for you. I'm excited for you. Everything that you're saying makes complete sense. But there's one thing that's not just turnovers that can mess you up, which I'm going to get to in a second. So first, I hate to agree, because I told y'all I'm a little salty, but I think that the Eagles are in the best position to win. You guys have a great offense, a great core in your defense. You guys have everything, that you would expect to win a game. And that's exactly how it starts. And then there's always one little thing that just messes it up for everybody. I'm concerned about Jalen Hurts' knee.
Oh, okay.
You named everything down the line. You read the book back and forth. You read it backwards. You started from the front to the back. And it all lands at the end of the day Now, trust me, y'all got Saquon. We already know he's gonna make some shape regardless.
Yeah.
It still lands on the quarterback. What y'all gonna do? Jalen Hurts is saying he's fine. What y'all gonna do if Jalen Hurts is not at his 100% best? Because we've seen from Jaden Daniels as a quarterback alone, he's cool, he's calm and collected, and he makes things shake at the moments that you wouldn't expect him to make things shake. What
Hey,
y'all gonna do if Jalen Hurts is hurt?
hey, look. We don't need Jalen Hurts to be 100% to whoop the Bummanders. That's what Gilly say, right? It's not the Commanders, it's the Bummanders. See, now I'm about to pop it. Now I'm about to pop it because now I feel like now you playing with us. But here's the thing, right? Is it a legit concern? Maybe not concern to me, but something to keep an eye on. But I've been saying this, and I've been saying this. They've been talking about Hurts and he's a running quarterback and he can't pass. I mean, you know better than a lot of folks. They was talking about that passing game against the Steelers. And then this brother went ahead and had 290 passing, AJ going crazy, Devontae going crazy, and he flat out showed up. So I look at that and I say when the Eagles need to pass the ball, or if they're in a situation where Hurts has got to go ahead and feed AJ and Smitty. And I'll be honest, AJ Brown has not been that great at all by far compared to his, top tier elite standards in this postseason. He's had some drops here and there. And I think against the Commanders, who love to play man coverage, that's just come on. It's literally gonna be what we hunting. I think that's our phrase. Like, let's hunt. AJ Brown, he gonna be hunting. But back to that. That's a very pause. So back to Jalen Hurts. Like, do I think he's gonna be as mobile as he always is? Nah. Do I think he's gonna be 100%? He'll probably be like 85, 80. I do think though, the Commanders' defensive coordinator says something. And in Philly, we don't take threats lightly at all. He said, if Hurts run out that pocket, we gonna hit him like a running back.
Yeah.
No, duh. You're a football player. I hate like when I feel like these teams don't understand like maybe like, all right, I get it. Y'all ain't win. My dad, it was like what 91, 92. My dad didn't even start Morehouse College. So you're talking about he didn't even start, didn't even meet my mom. Never mind engaged, never mind had 2 kids, 3 kids, me. Now that's 30 years ago. That's over 30 years ago that y'all haven't won. So I get it. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And y'all don't know how to act at this point. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But I'm letting y'all know, you talking crazy like that before the game, you better watch out because that boy Jalen Carter, that's a YN right there. He's a crash out. He's a crash out for all the right reasons on the football field. Nolan Smith, he be on that graveyard shift. Hey, do the research on my man Nolan Smith, them Georgia Bulldogs. So ultimately, I really think that it's not going to be that much of a concern because we still got Saquon Barkley and the best offensive line in the game. And if it's on Jalen Hurts to pass in that pocket, come on. You know what he did to y'all.
Yeah. You always gotta bring it back there. Yeah, no, I fully understand. But that was a question I had to ask. I think I'm going with the Eagles for this game, but it's really, to me, it's actually really difficult because honestly, and I don't want to be like, well, the Commanders weren't supposed to get this far anyways, because it's like that's a cop-out answer, but they really weren't. So
yeah,
it is confusing and it's shocking. And I like the confusing and shockness part of it because I think it makes it all the more entertaining. Now, truthfully, say, and we're going to get to that game next, say the Chiefs do win. As far as the best team to beat the Chiefs, it would be the Eagles, in my opinion. So that's why I'm like, I want y'all to win in that aspect. But as far as a storyline, the Commanders winning is what I think grabs people's attention more.
I mean, look, like if Jaden Daniels beats the Eagles, my friend told me this, and I laughed at first, but I'm like, you might be right. Bro can just retire. I mean, if he comes out here as a rookie, beats the Eagles, gets to a Super Bowl, I mean, he
Insane.
done something that 98% of the, I mean, only what? Mahomes, Stafford, Burrow, Hurts. I guess Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, but who knows if they even play? You know, I don't know if y'all still want. I'm gonna stop playing with y'all, but like,
We'll
I
get
just
to
don't.
us later.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just keep doing some strays, but like, I just think like, if he do that, it's like, bro, he didn't. Never mind win the thing. If he win the thing, you're talking about. You could legitimately say he's the second best quarterback in the league. Like if
Yeah.
you win the whole thing, I think if he gets to the bowl, undisputably top 5.
Yeah.
It's gonna be folks saying that he's over Lamar, he's over Burrow, he's over Allen, and I just wouldn't. I don't think it would be crazy. Personally, I think it would. I
Right.
wouldn't. It would be crazy. So for him to even get them this far just shows how great he is. Because the
Right.
one advantage I do believe the Commanders have is their fourth down offense. So
Yeah.
like they trust Jaden Daniels, whether it is to run out the pocket, and he's a tremendous pocket passer for sure. Now I trust Vic Fangio, the Eagles defensive coordinator, and I trust the adjustments that he will make. And I think that will prevail in the end. But I do have to tip my cap to JD5.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally turned around a franchise that won 4. It's a reason why they got the
Right.
second overall pick. It's a
Right.
reason why they got the second overall pick.
For sure. And that's a whole separate conversation in itself because it's like, where does he rank in the top quarterback discussion? Because it's like for him to get this far, it doesn't matter, how many good games you have. It matters if you win when it counts, and he's winning when it counts. Putting him above Lamar Jackson is just hard to think about. And even like Josh Allen, because obviously these are our top quarterbacks, but it's like, he's doing this in his first year. Because even like a discussion I had before was like, do you think that, Jaden Daniels is better than CJ Stroud? Because we saw how phenomenal of the rookie year CJ Stroud had, but it's like we're seeing Jaden Daniels beat, each benchmark that CJ Stroud had. So that's, I can't, make my decision to rank him until everything's all done. But I think it's definitely time to kind of put him in that conversation, even though you don't want to rush and have the conversation too quick. But from what we've seen, it'd be silly not to, because we give everybody else passes when they haven't even got a ring. So why not give him, the opportunity to be part of those conversations? So we'll kind of see what happens as the season is coming to an end. But it's a great discussion to have. We'll put a pin on it and come back to it because I think that we could have a really good debate on that.
Yeah, we could for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the next game, got to talk about the Bills versus the Chiefs. Miles, what are you thinking?
Look, like it's a whole lot at stake for really Josh Allen. I don't think there's that much pressure. There's some pressure on Mahomes, obviously, and the Chiefs to three-peat. But it's like if the Chiefs lose, he's still the best quarterback in the league. He's still a top 3, top 4 quarterback of all time. Could argue number 2 right now without even playing another snap. But I just feel like the pressure is on Josh Allen, Sean McDermott, the Bills head coach, to go ahead and beat the final boss. Y'all have had ample times. Joe Burrow is a guy to this day is still living off getting to the Super Bowl and beating Patrick Mahomes. I have my issues with Joe Burrow. I think they be overrating him a little bit with how, he's all these numbers but losing. But nonetheless, he's still the only guy currently in the league because the other guy was Tom Brady that beat Mahomes in the playoffs. But Joe Burrow is the only guy that can be like, hey, I beat the final boss. This is on Josh Allen and boys. And I'll give Josh Allen credit. It hasn't been because of him. We all know that game in 2021 when he had this guy give his defense 13 seconds to defend, and they folded. And they folded. And so I think it's a lot of pressure on Josh Allen and boys. I think they have an advantage running the ball. You got James Cook in the backfield. You got Deion Dawkins and that Bills offensive line. You got Deion Dawkins talking about there should be an offensive lineman award. Hey, go ahead and prove it this game because all of America it wants y'all to beat them guys. And
Yes.
this conversation about the refs and stuff. Look, like I know the stats will say, oh well, more of the Chiefs opponents get flags and penalties compared to the Chiefs, bro. My thing is, you got this man Patrick Mahomes flopping on national television, abusing these rules. Now, one could argue, well, change the rule then. He's just used it to his advantage. I say, bro, like if you that great, you ain't gotta do that stuff, bro. Like you see this guy sliding late. I hate that stuff. Like when they slide late and the defender's going full speed and the quarterback knows, well, if I slide late, I can get a little flag too and all this stuff. I mean, I saw a man, what's it called? Luvu on the Commanders knocked out Hurts. It wasn't no flag there. It wasn't no flag there. But then they be calling flags for Mahomes, and he barely be getting touched. It be the other team hitting each other, and he's just like right under them. So I think that's something that, given what happened in that Texans game, it's gonna be a lot of visibility, a lot of awareness on the refs. So I'm just hoping for like a clean game. I want Josh Allen at his best. I want Patrick Mahomes at his best. And we want to see like who's going to be the best on that night. But it's so hard to bet against the Chiefs.
It is.
Andy Reid is the best coach of all time, in my opinion. He's the best coach of all time. I mean, if he had a guy like Mahomes or an all-time great quarterback early on in his career, he would have those 6 Super Bowls, and or more that Bill Belichick has. Only difference is that Bill Belichick had Tom Brady back in 2000. He just started racking up. But we see this guy. I saw with the Eagles, Andy Reid is winning games, going to Super Bowls, at NFC championships with Donovan McNabb, who isn't a scrub, but he ain't no Patrick Mahomes. And
Right.
so Travis Kelce been playing like playoff Kelce. So, man, it's so hard to pick against them. And I think Chris Jones is going to have a major, major play. But last point on is like, it'll ultimately come down to who turns over the ball. Whoever wins that turnover battle is going to win the game because these guys are too great, too great. Joe Brady, the Bills offensive coordinator, has been doing a heck of a job with Josh Allen and that offense for sure. And I honestly feel like whoever turns over the ball more, the other team's going to capitalize and they will win that game. So play turnover-free football. And we saw in the divisional round, there were teams like the Ravens or the Lions that they outgained their opponent in yards, but they lost the turnover battle. That's why they lost the game. It's going to be the same exact thing happening in this Chiefs-Bills game, but unfortunately, I got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's valid. But it is hard to go against the Chiefs. I think I might be bumping. I'm finna go with the underdog. Okay, look, this is my message to Josh Allen. Josh Allen,
talk to him.
Right now, the whole world is rooting for you. We have let the Chiefs get away with far too much. Down to the refs. We already see Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark in the stands. Patrick Mahomes gets his way. Somebody needs to block him from getting his way because this is football. You're not supposed to get your way. I don't care how phenomenal of a team you are. I don't care how phenomenal of a coach you have and how phenomenal of the fans y'all got, because y'all got a great stadium. Y'all got very dedicated fans. Love that for y'all. But it's time for somebody else to take the reins. And I think Josh Allen is in the best scenario and has the best opportunity to do so. Because if Josh Allen and the Bills do not stop the Chiefs right now, The Chiefs are going to win the whole thing. The Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl, and I'm just telling y'all that right now, straight like that. Yes, the Chiefs have a lot to lose, but Josh Allen does as well because he always gets to this point and can't see it through. I think he's already lost the MVP conversation if we're talking about the regular season to Lamar Jackson. This is kind of the last thing that he has on his belt to prove that he's still that guy, because he is that guy, but it's like, how much are we going to let you get away with if we're not seeing it convert to winning when it counts? You feel me? So it's like, shout out to the Bills. You got James Cook. Like, every other player is showing up when needed to. Khalil Shakir, even got rookie Keon Coleman. Like, everybody is showing up when they need to, but the core is still the quarterback. And I'm not going to put the blame on Josh Allen because we know he can run. We know he has an arm. We know that he can do what he needs to do as well. But if it's not enough, it don't matter. It
That's
does not
facts.
matter. Both teams are healthy for the most part. I'm expecting a Bills win, because if we don't see it now, I don't care to see it later, because this is when it matters. We don't want to see the Chiefs three-peat. Knock it out now, because if you don't knock it out now, it ain't happening.
That's a good point. Like, if you don't get them now, look at the Chiefs right now, right? For the life of me, I don't understand why these NFL GMs allowed Patrick freaking Mahomes and Andy Reid to get Xavier Worthy. This is the worst Xavier Worthy's going to be in his career. This is the worst. He's going to keep getting better, and Mahomes is 29 years old. They're going to be with each other for a long time. And my prediction is that when Xavier Worthy's career is done, he will have a bigger impact on the Chiefs that Tyreek Hill had. He's been as a rookie, he's been more impactful as Tyreek Hill. That guy is special. He is special. He's going to be somebody for a long time. So it's like, if you can't beat them now, like you said, like, come on. And Josh Allen, you can't have a pedestrian type of game. Right. Now, I don't think everything's about stats, because I think as long as you don't turn over the ball,
right,
I'd rather have that than you put up these 200 plus passing yards, 2 TDs, but then you fumble and have an interception like Lamar Jackson did. It's like, I would rather have a turnover-free football game and you win the game.
Right.
But I don't believe that the Bills and Josh Allen can win this game with him passing for 120 some, passing yards or anything like that. They're going to have to score points and convincingly beat this team. The Chiefs are like that roach that you step on it one time, that joint, it keep on moving. Step on it again, it's still twitching a little bit. No, you gotta step on that joint. You gotta step on that joint. You gotta scrape it, because if it's a close game, I'm literally gonna bet this. Like, if it's a close game and Patrick Mahomes has the ball last to either get a field goal to win or a touchdown to win, what are we talking? Nobody in their right mind, if Mahomes got the ball last, is betting against Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't make any sense. You're just going to lose money. You're going to lose money. So the Bills, they only have, you got to convincingly beat them to where it's like it's a 2-score game, and it's not even like a ref's call and all this stuff. No, beat them enough to where the refs don't have an influence on this game. But it starts with running the ball and getting those guys like Shakir and Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper. Where you been at, bruh? You was traded mid-season. I'm trying to find where you been at. I ain't seen you. I'm trying to find where you at, bro. So that's what it is. And man, oh man, I'm hoping, but I also hope, hey, it's a win-win, because whoever comes out of there.
No, this is a cop-out answer.
My birds beating them. So
cop-out answer. It's a win-win. No. Yeah. Y'all got some trouble too, and your trouble starts on Sunday. Let's not forget. Let's not act like the Commanders ain't good. And then real quick, to your point about Xavier Worthy, he was already good, but we already know you are a product of your environment, and the environment he is in, he's with the best. So he's only going to get better from here.
He's gonna be nice.
Only going to get better from here. They're going to keep him along. I mean, Chief is good at keeping a strong core, even down to Travis Kelce. Why would you separate players who are doing well together? I don't understand some of the choices that these other organizations make, because why would you get rid of a player that you know is going to help your organization? But hey, I can't control things that y'all do.
Right.
But with that being said, great discussion, great talk. In the comments down below, let us know you guys' predictions. We would love to hear. Miles, it was a pleasure to have you. Where can people follow you and stay up to date with what you got going on and see your updates, especially a little video if the Eagles do win? Where can they see that at?
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all can follow me, Real Talk with MJ, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Real Talk with MJ1 on Twitter. If you an Eagles fan, if you from Philly, get with the Real Talk squad. I mean, look, Commanders. All right, that's the next step. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna be tripping out. We're gonna be tripping out in New Orleans.
Trip,
So no, we're gonna be lit. It's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna be at I'm be in Philly, outside the stadium, interviewing y'all and all that stuff. So go ahead and pull up all that stuff. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You might as well. I mean, look, Treasure, like you already support a Pennsylvania team, so I think you get a pass to just be an Eagles fan for the time being. Like, bro, F the Chiefs, the Bills, the Commanders. I feel like you like low key rooting for them, which I don't make sense. Like, you might as well just go ahead and root for the other PA team. Like, I don't know how, because what you from Florida, I don't know how you became a Steelers fan. Oh, I guess because your dad. So you and your dad.
And my dad actually grew up in DC.
Like, oh, you did? Oh, that's why I'm like, yo, you really leaning towards the.
I'm not though. Like, no, I'm not though. Like, it's just like he's the only rookie in the running. Like, that's dope.
An underdog story.
I can't help but support. Like, that's fire. Shout out to Jaden Daniels. But that's really it.
All that's good stories gotta come to an end. But yeah, it was great speaking with you, chopping it up with you.
For us. We'll see.
We gonna see. Hey, Jalen Hurts 2 touchdowns. You can bucket. AJ Brown big game.
Okay,
big game.
Y'all heard it here first.
It
was a pleasure to have you. That is all the time that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not, make sure you guys follow my social media account on Instagram at checkoutthestat. My main Instagram is at Treasure Wilson with an X, TreasureWilsX. And because I noticed that some of you guys don't have me on the socials, I am chatting with you guys there all the time. I'm going to start doing a lot more interactive story posts and stuff like that to get you guys' takes and then feature it more in my show. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out the stats. I'll see y'all next week.